Welcome back. We wanted to take a look at volunteering opportunities when it comes to cystic fibrosis, and no better person to talk to than Laura Dolan, who is a volunteer on the Shamrockin' event. Touch on that briefly, and then I want to shift towards how people can get involved for the coming year.
Okay.
So what are volunteers doing right now for that?
This event does not happen without a ton of volunteers. So we have our committee volunteers. We've got what we call our Shamrockin' Army, which is 40+ people who get sponsors, who sell tickets, who recruit all those great restaurants and beverage sponsors you just heard about. It's a lot of work. So that's our core committee, and then we have sponsors the night of, making volunteers the night of, making our sponsors feel welcome, making certain that the event goes off smoothly, and it's a big production. Is
CF something that touched your life personally, or how did you end up getting involved in this?
The story goes that the very first Shamrockin', I happened to be online and saw it. We happened to have family friends in New York who lost their 13-year-old daughter years ago, and I could just raise a lot bigger check than I can write. So we started doing this 8 years ago and working for Shamrockin' and other CF events.
And what you were telling me off camera is that's a story that seems to get repeated over and over again. It's not always folks that are directly affected by this that come out and help.
It is amazing. If you look across our Shamrockin' Army and the CF Army, the vast majority of volunteers have no what we call direct connection, no family connection. It's people who the disease touches them because it affects young people. You know, if the average life expectancy is mid-40s, that's me, it's too soon. And it really touches people. And because there is a cure on the horizon, people get motivated behind it. We're so close.
All right, so what can people do right now? Probably a little late for Shamrockin', and you can just go and enjoy the silent auction yourself. But
yes,
if you want to volunteer going forward, what opportunities are there locally?
You can always go on our site, shamrockinforacure.com. There's lots of information there. You can also go on the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation website, cff.org, and look at your local Georgia chapter. There are walks, there are climbs, there are black tie events. There's all kinds of things to volunteer for, participate in. If you've got silent auction items to donate, if you've got great connections, and you're just looking for a way to get involved in your community, it's a great cause to get behind.
And tell me about the foundation itself. There's a board, right? And how does that work?
Of the Shamrockin' board or the CF board?
No, the CF board. So people get together, and this is all volunteer as well.
Correct. There is a volunteer board for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and then obviously there is the larger organization chapter that supports it.
Well, that's another way people can get involved if
absolutely,
if they are
and the website would give you all the contacts locally or nationally.
Okay.
If you live in other areas.
Very good. One more time, just so people remember, Shamrockin' for a Cure, when and where?
March 12th, Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Alpharetta.
And I forgot to ask the last guest, how much are tickets?
$95 only till March 4th, but that includes everything, all your food and beverage.
All right, and they do sell out.
We do.
All right, plus the auction, so bring extra cash.
We take credit cards.
Oh, that too.
Yep.
Checks probably even. All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning on this edition of Public Affairs on Peach. We'd love you to join the conversation on Facebook. You can let us know your thoughts. Send us an email as well to publicaffairs@cbs46.com. And you can like our Facebook page as well. We have upcoming episodes, and we ask for your feedback there. That is it for this week's edition of Public Affairs on Peach. We will see you back here next Saturday morning. Have a great weekend.